Today I'm going to share with you how to take your garden fresh tomatoes and turn it into a delicious red sauce. Welcome to the Water Bucket Homestead. Before I start with the tomatoes, I like to get my pasta water ready so that it can come to a boil while I prepare the tomatoes. This recipe calls for 6 to 8 vine tomatoes. I'm going to cut the little stem piece off, slice the tomato in half, then on one half I will make 3 slices, 1 in the middle and 2 on each side, and then slice it down the middle. And I will continue this for every single tomato. Comment down below and let me know, where do you get your tomatoes? Do you grow your own? What types or varieties of tomatoes do you grow in your garden? Do you go to the farmer's market and pick up bundles there? I will be picking up 2 bushels of tomatoes from the farmer's market, and subscribe because I will show you how I will preserve those tomatoes for the following year. Now that I'm all done chopping up the tomatoes, I'm going to add olive oil into a saucepan. You probably want about 2 to 3 tablespoons. I'll have exact measurements in the description box below. But you're going to put that on a high heat, and you want to get it hot right before it boils. Perfect timing. My water I placed on the burner earlier is now boiling, so I'm going to add a box of pasta. Now back to the main event. Here we're going to add the herbs. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of dried parsley and 1 tablespoon of dried basil. Now, according to my research, the equivalence between dried herbs and fresh herbs is 1 tablespoon of dry herb is equivalent to 3 tablespoons of fresh herbs. You can decide whether you want to use dry herbs or fresh herbs. Either way, this sauce will be delicious. The oil in the saucepan has heated up. We're going to slowly pour it over the tomatoes. Don't worry, they are supposed to sizzle for a little bit. Mix up the tomatoes with the olive oil. Then we're going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of fresh pepper. If you're excited to try this recipe, give this video a thumbs up. Off camera, I did drain the pasta, and now I'm going to add this tomato mixture with the pasta. To me, a pasta dish is not complete without freshly grated Parmesan cheese. I mentioned earlier that I'll share how I preserve my tomatoes for the year. If you have questions about canning tomatoes, comment them down below. I'll make sure to address them in that video. Now that the tomato mixture has been mixed in with the pasta, I'm going to add fresh grated Parmesan cheese and mix that together. You could plate this and add red pepper flakes and it would be delicious, but I'm going to kick it up a notch and add homemade pesto. Subscribe and click the notification bell so you won't miss out when I share the pesto recipe with you. And here we have the grand finale. I'm going to put some red pepper flakes on the dish, and bon appetit! If you try this recipe, comment down below and let me know.